you've been flipping phones for a while, you've probably came across a listing like this, and you stayed away from it because of these 3 reasons. Or, if you buy it, you may think this happens. So unless you have like pickpockets in Brazil that steal phones from tourists and then they take it to the sweatshop and part them out and then sell the phones worldwide, it's probably not going to happen. The worst thing that could happen is a sheriff comes over to your house and is like, hey, I have somebody who got their phone stolen. Last ping location is here. Give me the phone back. So you'll end up being out of your money and the phone. Now you may be asking, well, why would I even take any of that risk? Well, if you know what you're doing, it's not risky at all. And flipping iCloud locked phones probably has the highest return on investment out of all the types of phones that you can flip. The first ever iCloud locked phone that I flipped was an iCloud Lock 12 Pro Max. I bought it for $50 from a customer that got scammed, and I was able to sell it for $200. So there are 2 very important key details here. Not only was I able to take that iCloud locked phone off the market so that no one else would get scammed, I was also able to make a 300% return on my investment. So I bought it for $50 and I was able to make $150. I tripled my money. And if you ask me, there's not really that many places where you can get that type of return on your investment. So make sure to watch this entire video, because by the end of it, you'll know everything that you need to know about iCloud locked phones so that you can go out and resell them yourself. The first step in buying an iCloud locked phone is actually finding where to get them. Now, when you're buying them, you always want to use your best judgment. Don't buy from anyone that you feel is sketchy, because chances are they are. The biggest myth about iCloud locked phones is that they're all stolen, and that's simply not true. A lot of people either get scammed, or sometimes they even have some type of family situation where the person that had that phone isn't using it anymore. Like, I get a lot of people that bought a phone for their ex and they broke up and then they just wanted to get rid of it. But not only that, there's also a lot of different establishments like bars, hotels, even sometimes Uber drivers. There's any place with a lost and found, they always have like a 30-day policy or like a 3-month policy. And then after those 3 months or 30 days are up, they get to do whatever they want with those phones. And so a lot of times these establishments, they give it to the employees so that they can just go out and sell the phones. So they have specific people that they can sell that to. So that's where you will probably end up getting a lot of your iCloud locked phones. In order to limit the amount of risk, you need to do these 3 things. Number 1, always make sure to ask if the iPhone was legally obtained through messages, so that way you have proof if anything ever happens. Number 2, always make sure to get rid of the phone fast. You always want to have a buyer for the iCloud locked phone, so that you're not the one holding on to it at your house or whatever. You don't really want that phone being traced back to your house. And number 3, there's a specific bag that you can use to make sure that the phone can't be tracked while you have it. What I always do is I'll bring the bag while I'm meeting with the person, and as soon as I meet with them, I turn the phone completely off and then put it in that bag, and the phone can't be traced. And then I try to sell the iCloud locked phone to one of my buyers the same exact day that I buy it. So if you're wondering what bag that is, go to the Deal Snatcher website and then join the Telegram, and then hit me up on Telegram, and then I'll tell you all about it. No, I'm not trying to sell you a course. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want to make sure that I'm able to connect with as many people that watch my videos so that I can answer any questions that you guys have. However, we do have a service that you can use to help you get more deals. So if you're interested, go ahead and hit me up on there. But back to the video. And next, you may be wondering, well, how do I figure out how much an iCloud locked phone is worth? And you're in luck, because I actually have a spreadsheet that goes over the market value of what an iCloud locked phone is worth. And if you're interested in getting that spreadsheet, just hit me up on Telegram. Again, no, I'm not going to sell you the spreadsheet, but I just want to make sure that if you have any questions, I can get them answered for you. And when it comes to iCloud locked phones, it's all about condition. At the end of the day, these phones will be used for parts. So you want to make sure that the screen is in good condition and that the back glass and all that's in good condition. If it's A or B, it will get the highest value, which means that it doesn't have any deep scratches, it doesn't have any cracks, it doesn't have any dents on the frame, it doesn't have any cracks on the back glass. Now, if it's C grade, that means that it has some of those flaws that I just mentioned. Now, probably the most important part about buying iCloud locked phones is being able to sell them fast. And you have to know where or who you can sell them to. The people that buy iCloud locked phones are going to be your local repair shops that are small. They're not the big chain ones like CPR or You Break I Fix. They're going to be smaller chains that are kind of just local. They will buy the iCloud locked phones from you sometimes for parts, but it just depends on who you deal with. You'll probably have to go into a lot of different shops to find out if they buy iCloud locked phones. But the problem with that is that sometimes they're only going to buy a few of them. They might not buy your entire iCloud locked stock. So the solution for that is to have a direct buyer. Now, there's a few different ways to find a direct buyer. You can go on Facebook groups and ask who buys iCloud locked phones. There's some buyback companies that buy them. So I'm sure you have a lot of questions about that. And honestly, I can't really explain it all in one go in this video. However, if you do have questions and you're curious about finding out who buys them, I can point you in the right direction. So again, hit me up on Telegram. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any additional questions, go to the Deal Snatcher website, click on Telegram, join the Telegram group, and then go ahead and hit me up and I'll answer any questions that you guys have. So with that being said, I hope y'all have a good week. I challenge y'all to try and go out and find an iCloud locked phone and try to sell it. See y'all on the next one.